I'm listening to your needles.
I know they're loud. I don't.
No,
knit
that's a nice
quiet.
thing. They swish, 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 swish. Ta-da!
Good morning.
I was just thinking that they can probably hear your needles more than they could hear me, but which is good. Go, no.
Oh.
Knit. Do a couple stitches. Sorry.
It's okay.
Tell us if you can hear that. I like that. That's that. Not EMDR. That's different. ASMR. I forget. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
Now, this isn't going to be as exciting as Thursday's episode because we walked around in Thursday's episode. But, we got to get back to some stuff. Hi, I'm Rebecca. I am the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in kind of rainy and gonna get colder today, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
You say that so quietly. I hope the microphone can hear you.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
And she's not the quiet sister, so that's funny. You're just like, I'm Liz. Like that. What are you doing? Anyway, so Liz wore her ranunculus in today. So I said, hey, let me put mine on and we can be ranunculus twinsies.
Twinsies.
Except yours has the crochet edging. Like, okay, so yeah, let's do this. See, mine's super short and super short here, according to the directions. You embellished yours.
I did. This one's on 11 needle.
But you embellished yours because there's crochet on it. That's not part of the pattern.
Nope.
And hers is on a bigger needle with slightly thicker yarn than mine, so it's big.
Actually, it's sport weight. Give me yours.
She's being literal again, whereas I was saying I know they're both sport. Well, actually, this is a DK that's more of a sport. Never mind. I feel like this yarn is thinner than yours.
It's Oxley, which is probably it's classed as a sport, and it's probably more of a light DK, and yours is a DK more as a.
So maybe
same yarn.
Okay, hers is nicer yarn. Let's just say that. So, but oh look, fuzzball, dust bunny. But look, yes, this is how the ranunculus. I had Oxley on the brain. The ranunculus can look amazing in like any yarn, basically. I don't think I do it in a chunky or bulky, like super bulky yarn, but it is a wonderful sweater. And it's one of the few things I finished lately, although I have other finished things to show off. Woo, woo. So we're back to, excuse me. Gotta have some coffee. We're back to our beginning of the week, our Monday, your Tuesday schedule of what did we work on this weekend? And I have quite a few things to show off that have all been cat approved.
And I did.
Well, I just saw the guy go by for the Bracken Mountain Breakfast Club who has the dog. And I was in the bathroom earlier. This is not a gross story. And there Bracken Mountain is sitting on the porch, on the gazebo. And I was hearing this. I'm like, what are they doing out there? The dog's tail is hitting the side of the building. So it was more like,
he's such a happy
like that. It was a heavy sound, and I was just like, what are these people doing? The puppy's happy to see somebody, so he's whacking his tail against the wall. I share it with them. Anyway, yeah. I haven't had enough coffee yet. I brought it in today.
That's
so
not a thing.
This is from, I had my therapy mug for morning meditation, and I will show you all what I did for morning meditation in just a second. But that meant I had lots of coffee, and that therapy mug is just about what fits in here. It's like a double cup of coffee. It's great, but I still have plenty to drink.
The perfect portion.
If you want to pee all day. Sorry. Liz gets to go first. Oh, and I'm saying it now so I don't forget later. We have to talk about our anniversary month. Woo! That was just so pathetic. Okay. So where you have a plethora of
I have
papillons.
my kaleidoscope of papillons. Yes.
I like plethora. It goes with the papillon. But yes, a kaleidoscope is actually what a group of butterflies is called. So it's more fitting. I just like the alliteration I did. So no, it's not alliteration. You know, whatever. It sounds good. Go ahead.
So Saturday, somebody asked to see. We were talking about zombie yarn, and I pulled out my zombie papillon, and oh, I've got to lock that in.
I think I'm going deaf.
No, I mumble.
No, but you've been saying that for weeks now. And then we had a loud band on Saturday, and I think I'm going deaf. Because I don't think the loud band helped. It was the kind of music I would have listened to in high school, but I was trying to run a business, so it was just loud. Anyway,
somebody asked to see my zombie yarn, and so now I'm on row finish stripe 14.
Okay, so you're saying because someone asked to see your yarn, you got a lot more progress done.
I brought it out, and it was out. So when we sat in
working on
the in between times, I could work. Actually, it was after 2:00.
Didn't she buy the last of our? No,
nope, we have two more.
2 skeins left of Zombie Apocalypse because Lorna's Laces is not making any more yarn. Wait. So hold it up again. It's the one you're furthest on of your plethora, right?
Furthest on. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do the bowls.
Okay, what section? Hats. What do you know roughly what section that is? Or what stripe?
I have to do the contrasting color on stripe 14.
14. Okay.
And before the Pokemon balls.
Okay, so anything in the teens is in section 2.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. For those of you who are trying to keep track, because I'm trying and failing miserably.
So I just have the last of the orange square on that, and then the contrasty row.
Okay.
Then on Nini's,
I like the pop color on that. I hope I can edit the video. Oh,
I got through stripe 12 without the contrast.
Oh, so you know, I had a thought. Okay, yes, fun. Sorry.
It's okay. You had
about the getting the colors right and everything. I'll wait until we're done with this.
Okay. She had a thought.
I had a thought. Remember that. I had a thought.
And then on, let's see, Kaya or Nini's. This one is Mary's. I got stripe 11 done. So it goes to the brighter blue, and then it'll go to dark blue, and then teal or blues. Anyway,
you're just
blues.
Subtle today.
I am subtle today.
He's like, I know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling that way too. Maybe it's the weather.
I don't know. I didn't get much done, or didn't feel like I got hardly anything done.
So it's like my mood when based on the shop sales is how energetic and excited I am. Your energy level is determined by how much you think you got done.
Maybe.
Problems?
Oh no, I'm on the first orange box on row 12. I
think I just hurt myself on my coffee mug.
Kaya's shawl. Like this one's
we're having issues today, people.
This one's the teal, and this one's the blue.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be really
actually
subtle.
Are different. It's just I think that's going to be very, very, very.
And great. I didn't work on Mommy's, so
you're not even going to bother showing it off.
I could pull it out because I got the contrast row in, but I think we saw that last week too.
Well, if someone's just joining us for the first time, they're going to feel left out.
Ta-da!
That's really, really pretty. Like you're just starting to add the pop color. So you finally have something in there that's not grayscale, but you all at home might not be able to see it yet.
No, it's what's the
Feederbrook Farm?
It's Feederbrook Farm Potential Energy. That's
the green one?
The green one.
That we only have one left of?
Yep.
We're down on several colors, and I haven't heard back from Lisa, so I really hope she sent the stuff I asked for like 2 weeks ago. Because, oh my gosh, like that might look, there we go. That might look like a lot of yarn. It's not.
The next section is going to be mostly grays. Well, and then I start throwing the greens in.
So here is my thought about, so let me gather myself here. Thursday's video, a lot of it, except for the end where we're sitting here like this, a lot of it was with my phone, which is a much better camera on it than the one on my computer, even though my computer is pretty new and snazzy and Apple and whatever. I forgot that I was thinking about maybe we should start filming on my
the
phone. Although my phone's micro, I don't think I can connect this to my phone in terms of having a better microphone. So we'd have better picture, but we wouldn't necessarily have better sound.
It's a catch-22.
It is a catch-22. You know, I have a little tripod I could set my phone up on, but maybe we'll run some tests if we're not just busy enough. Although my bank account hopes we're just busy enough, so we'll see. But yeah, because some of those colors might actually look fantastic if we're filming on my phone. But part of the reasons we film on the computer is so we can see what's happening. So I can be like, yeah, that now I'm pointing at the right thing, you know. And we could do that with my phone, but it would have to be on the front facing camera. Yeah, I will think about that more off air. How about that? Just so you know what I'm thinking about. If anyone has thoughts on that. This one has, I had to get an adapter to make this microphone work with that computer, but I don't think it can work with the phone. I'd have to look into that because I'd have to have an adapter that goes from a USB to a lightning rod, but then the lightning charger might not actually connect the microphone, you know? I don't know.
It's technology, and
Liz is just like,
I'm out.
You stopped listening like 10 minutes ago.
No, I listened.
Okay, so
You accomplished so much.
I accomplished stuff because I finished the Wellerman last week and then said, I'm going to go home and block this. And that just did not happen. I went home and almost died on Wednesday. Was Wednesday the day we went to bed early?
Yes.
Okay. We say we at our respective houses. We did not go home together. Thank you very much.
I was in bed by 8.
We were just both exhausted.
You were in bed by 8:30. We were both asleep by like 9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was still light out. It was weird.
We in the evening it's generally, hey, I'm heading to bed. One of us will send that so that, you know, the other knows, hey, if you're staying up late,
don't text me.
Don't text. And on Wednesday it was, dude,
you were like, is going to bed at 8 too early, asking for a friend?
Yeah. Like,
we wrapped out the month very nicely, and my beginning of August bills, thanks people for that, but doesn't mean I have a whole lot of money in the bank to show for it right now. Oh,
we were just like Wednesday was pretty busy. Saturday was like
crazy, and
before 2 o'clock,
and then the band came and we just couldn't hear.
Yeah,
it slowed down considerably, but we couldn't hear. All right, so I brought this in yesterday when I was coming in to do some errands in town, and guess what? This is half of it. This is folded in half. I blocked my Wellerman over the weekend. I also blocked, this is half. It fills the screen. I don't think we're going to be able to back up enough for you to see the whole thing fully open. And
no, but you should put it on.
I was going to say something else, and now I don't remember. Because I was going to say, you can go to my Instagram to see it. I mean, we're going to show it the whole length, but you can go to Instagram to see my cat lying on it. He fit right in the middle here, down at the bottom, and he's a big cat. So, okay, so let's try. I was going to say, let's just try holding it up first, and take the other side.
I'm taking it.
Oh yeah, that's definitely bigger than when we held it out pre-block. But can you tell how much of a nicer shape it has? This is what blocking does.
It all pulled out not pulled out, but pulled down the middle.
Yeah,
because it was going like that.
It was, yeah, the top of it wasn't straight. Blocking can help shape things. Blocking can help regulate things. One thing blocking will not do is on the far side of cables. Let me hold this up close. If you don't do a stitch like through the back loop on your pearls to tighten it up, there's a very good chance on the far side of cables, there will be a pull or a stretch. And I wasn't paying attention when I did it. And afterwards went, ugh. And that is still there. That did not get rectified by blocking, but I'm letting go of that. So yes, this is a massively huge and wonderful thing. And it shaped up quite nicely. And oh my gosh, look at that.
That is just
that comes
like
that covers my whole backside. It goes down past my knees. Like
it's all big and comfy.
It's
I think
big
I
and
want to make
comfy.
one.
I could tie it in a knot in front. I could do, this is one of the first shawls I think I could do the wraparound and like tie in the back. I've never had one of those, but I won't because I don't want to smush things. I was worried, you know, the cat lying on this would smush the cables, or me pulling on it too much would smush the cables. It's not as bouncy and fluffy as it was before, but it is wonderful and warm and still like the pattern just looks gorgeous. Look at that. It's fantastic. So and ta-da! That is really cool. And the reason it's so wide and yet not super, super deep, like a butterfly shawl, like the Papillon, is the way it's increasing, or in this case, decreasing. Because remember, the bottom edge of the V is where this started. And up here is not where it ended, actually. It was decreasing all along this upper edge. It decreased on the right side rows, on the edge and in the middle. And the wrong side rows, it decreased on the edges. So the reason that it's shallower, that it's wider and shallower, is it's decreasing on every row. And then on the right side rows, it decreases a little bit more. But a classic triangle shawl tends to decrease, or flip it the other way. If you're starting at the top and going out, increase only on the right side rows, not on the wrong side rows. Yep. That gives you a deep V that's more like this. When you're decreasing the center, or you're increasing, whichever way you want to look at it, right? When your increases or decreases happen at the edge and the middle on the right side rows, and on the wrong side rows is at the edge, it's going to be shallower. It's going to be more like this. So only on the right side rows, it's like this. Right side and wrong side in some fashion, like that. So in case you ever want to make one up for yourself, I do not make stuff up for the most part. I follow the pattern. So, and then ready? Oh.
It just looks so warm and snuggly. It
is warm and snuggly, and right now that's okay because it's not too hot out. It's not too cold out either, so I probably won't wear it for that long. Actually, well, I'll keep adding things. We'll see how long this lasts until I get too hot. So I blocked this on Sunday, and then on Monday I blocked my Storm Shawl with my bear chasing yarn. And some might say, how the heck could you block two things in 2 days? It takes so long to dry. My super secret trick to that, which is not that super secret though, and again, you can see it on my Instagram feed. I showed how I blocked this, is I soaked it in a basin and then I tossed it in the washing machine. And for people who are like mortified that I did that, look how beautiful.
Sorry.
I was getting there. First, I was going to say, look how beautiful it is. It did not ruin it. But yes, Liz is the one who taught me this trick. Spin cycle only. It forces a whole lot of the water out. And people at home might be going, but then you're defeating the purpose of having soaked it. No, you're not. You soak it and you let the fibers get completely soaked through. So the water has saturated the fibers. And then you get as much moisture out of it as you possibly can. It's still damp. It's still going to do its thing. There's no guarantee that having it soggier and wetter and heavier is going to make it block better. Yeah. It may not block perfectly, but as long as it's damp, as long as there's still some of that moisture left in the fibers, and believe me, spin cycle alone is not going to completely dry your piece. anyone who's used a washing machine, period. I mean, yes, the washing machine did not soak this, but stuff doesn't come out of the washing machine dry unless you leave it there for a week and then it's dry and moldy. So, so both of these, before I pinned them out, I put them in the washing machine on spin cycle, and then I pinned it out. And this one I put in spin cycle, and then kind of forgot about it while I watched Stargate SG1 marathon yesterday and knit, but it was still damp when I took it out and could pin it out. And this one was an interesting block. So look, it's like see-through. Isn't that cool? You want to grab a corner? So this was an interesting block for many reasons. And some of the detail of this, it's so variegated and so fun. It's hard for you all to probably see at home. Before I blocked it, it was doing this. The edges were curling like this when I just laid it out. It was doing a curly cue, which I could have embraced. And I could have blocked it so it did a curl on the ends. But I was looking at her diagram, and it showed a crescent shape like this with a slight slope here and a bigger slope down here. And so I pulled out the corners so I could get this line pretty straight. And then I went to block the bottom of it, and I just started yanking and aggressively blocking, and it wasn't working. It is
intriguing.
I had to shorten this part of it. Like I was trying to pull this too far down, and I couldn't evenly space everything. When I shortened up this part, because it's a crescent shawl, the sides blocked a little bit better. But no, so why are you saying it's intriguing, Liz? What do you think?
Last night she sent me pictures, shot pictures, and sent them to me. Anyway, and I was like, oh, so it's like blocking an asymmetric crescent shawl. And she's like, no, but it's symmetrical. And it is. Like when you look at it.
Can you
Yeah, I'll go get the door.
We have to go see why someone's knocking at the door. Okay, I don't know if you can remember what you were saying.
Oh, I do.
Okay. So wait. Okay. You want to sit?
Yeah, I'm going to sit. Anyway.
Okay. Take two. Had to say hi to somebody.
So when you sent me pictures, I was like, asymmetrical crescent shawl. And you were like, it's asymmetrical, but it's symmetrical. And I see it now.
Her reply was, okay. And I knew she didn't get it, but that's okay.
The shape is symmetrical, but the pieces inside.
Like it. So here's what we're talking about is that take a look at that. You can see that the drop stitches are at weird angles, right? There is a part of it where you're doing short rows. So the space between the drop stitches and the eyelet row over here, because of the short rows, is wide. And the same spot over on the other side, because you didn't go across the whole way, this is the space between the drop stitches and the eyelets. But every time you come back to the edge, you're still doing the increases the way they're supposed to happen on that edge. On the right side, there's 2 increases. On the wrong side, there's 1. So the increases are still happening over here. They're not happening over here, but it's maintaining its crescent shape throughout that.
Yeah.
Same thing as short rows on a sweater. It drops the sweater down, but it's not like it changes the number of stitches you have, that kind of thing. So can you hold that edge for just a second again? Because here's the thing is usually for a crescent shawl, if I held it up like this, the middle right about here should be where the shawl started. This is where the shawl started, over here.
Yeah.
So it shifts that, but when you block it, you still, I mean, even before blocking, you have a symmetrical shape, but the shapings within it are asymmetrical. So it's really cool. So it's called the Storm Shawl by Joji Locatelli. And this is my bear chasing colorway. So I'm already too hot. I have to take this off because we were running around. Okay. But this is lovely, right? We love that. But then this goes with what I'm wearing too. But I would say I'm battening down the hatches and riding out the storm while the bears chase he who shall not be named for what he did to me. So, so this is a colorway that Emerald dyed just for me, but you all can partake in it too. We got a massive order of Daydream Dyeworks in yesterday. So yeah, I'm like, ugh, I'm loving
Friday.
this. That's my teacher brain kicking in of the last time that I was paying attention to life was Friday. So that's yesterday. I would do that with my classes. I'd say, so yesterday, meaning the last time class met, which was 2 days ago. And they all be like, what? And in my brain, the last time I'd seen them was yesterday. I'm speaking in metaphors. Liz just rolled. No, I'm kidding. But
the bear chasing goes very, very nice with your ranunculus.
I know, like, this might have to be what I wear today if it's kind of semi-chilly today.
It works well together.
This is what I'm going to have to go home and wrap up in for knit night. So, yeah, so people at knit night can see its gloriousness. Which, by the way, knit night tonight, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Zoom, join with the phone number of the shop.
828-877-3550.
I put her on the spot.
Sorry.
But wait, there's more. Did you know the guy who kind of like revolutionized that died recently? But wait, there's more. The guy who did all the infomercials, like the king of the infomercials.
The loud, shouty man?
No.
Or one
loud, shouty man died a while ago.
Yeah.
He had the Billy, whatever.
Yes.
He had like a aneurysm or something. This is the guy who, but wait, there's more. Predates the loud, shouty man. The guy who like he's got his start. Okay, I saw this on the Sunday morning show. He got his start advertising when he's like a teenager. The chopper.
Oh yeah.
Like his dad had invented the chopper, and then he invented all these things. The one about like cooking an egg in its shell and all these things, like all these revolutionary kind of as seen on TV got its start with him. But he recently passed away, like in the past week. So, but wait, there's more. You know. We have 15 minutes. I can get a few more things in. Haha. So, let's see.
We still have to talk about anniversary stuff.
I think there'll be time, but thank you, because remember I said it out loud so we'd remember. So yesterday I went to therapy, and then I came home and decided to keep working on my therapy instead of doing all the things I'm supposed to do for the shop. So I made some progress on what I call my therapy shawl, but is known as the Viking woman shawl, because I'm trying to do the female empowerment. I can get through all this stuff. Viking woman shawl. Look how far I got.
You're into the snowflakey bits.
I know I am. I got through this, and then I went back and looked at this. It's probably when I picked it up yesterday. I forgot what row I was on. So if you look in here, can you spot that there's a row that's a little more space between all the dots than there should be? I have a design element in my shawl. But no, I'm onto the snowflake section, which is very pretty. And here's the thing, that the shawl has the instructions. You can choose your own adventure as you go, but I'm following her basic instructions. That's like I'm calling them dragon scales.
I like the dragon scales. 3
dragon scales in the beginning for this section. Then 3 dragon scales. It's diamonds, dragon scales. I like that better for the marled part. And then 3 dragon scales for the dotty part. See, here's the back of the dotty part. Isn't that interesting looking? Ooh, that's how I could spot my mistake. Is I was looking at the backside and went, huh? And then I went, but I've come too far, because I was in this part. I've come too far. But the dragon scales are done independently of the other section, so it's not like it threw off the dragon scales, because I'm always doing something different on the edge. And then I'm supposed to do 3 dragon scales of snowflakes, and then the edging. I don't think this is big enough yet.
I don't think so.
And I haven't even finished. I'm 1 dragon scale in. I still have yarn left of both colors. She has a choose your own adventure part that's not in her picture, that is putting some more Fair Isle in. And I might do that with the apricot background and some Fair Isle in the blue, since the dots are the opposite. Before, there's going to be dragon scales all along the outside edge too. But I have to decide if it's playing yarn chicken or using another skein, or maybe I will only have used 2 skeins of this yarn. I'm holding it double. Holding the Mayu lace double with only 2 skeins of yarn, and I've gotten this much, and I haven't weighed it, but I still have tons of this stuff left. And this is a 50-gram skein.
Yeah.
Each of these is a 50-gram skein. So If you're not, I mean, this is so ridiculously soft and wonderful because the Mayu lace is, what is it? Alpaca,
Cashmere.
cashmere, and silk. But it's in a different combo than some of their others. It's just so soft. You can do this with fingering weight instead of lace weight held double. The only part you won't really be able to do is the marled section. But since it's a choose your own adventure, you can decide what you want to do in each section. I've seen samples of this with just the snowflakes the whole way through. They didn't even want to bother with the color work and stuff. I think it would be lovely, absolutely lovely. And might only take one skein, maybe two, but maybe only one. I don't know. Because look how much yarn I still have left.
Choose your own adventure shawls can be super, super fun.
They can be fun if that makes you happy, right? Yeah. Because these snowflakes, it gives you a block for what the snowflake should look like. And then it says, and you choose where to put them and you alternate where they go. And so I did my best to plan out this going in the middle of these. There's 10 stitches in between snowflakes, so it's really hard to center them in between the other set of snowflakes you do, but you could do something completely different with that too. I have other thoughts and ideas.
You could just randomly throw them in everywhere.
You could. I had thoughts about the ones down here or these snowflakes of instead of putting them in the center, like each time you do it could just be off by a few stitches and they could like run diagonally and things like that. Or you could put them further apart. You could put fewer of them. You could change it up as you go. However, if you're someone who doesn't want to put that much thought into something, if you just want to follow the directions and have it be done, this may or may not be the pattern for you, or you may want to do it without any embellishments in it and just follow the instructions for the side and the instructions for the dragon scales. It all depends. And neither one of those decisions is the right or wrong answer to how to do this shawl. That's the thing is there's the freedom and creativity to do what you want with it. But if what you want to do with it is just keep it at, I shouldn't use the word just because that sounds like diminutive. If what you want to do with it is no embellishments, that's cool too. It's all amazing and wonderful, and you should do what brings you joy. My thing over on the tips and tricks is may your crafting be filled with joy and confidence. And if trying to make stuff up on this shawl does not bring you joy, don't do it. If the challenge of it brings you joy, absolutely do it.
Purling doesn't bring me joy, so
you would not like the shawl. This shawl would not bring you joy because the wrong side rows, every row is slip the first stitch and purl across.
See, I've figured out how to work around some of that, but like you change the P to a K and you just keep going.
It won't look like
that won't look like,
And if you're okay with that, then you're fine.
I did the night shift in garter. It doesn't look like the night shift, but it works for.
It still looks cool though.
Yeah.
I have two more things to show off if I can find them in here. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, uh-oh. No. Okay. So I started a Scottish Highlands shawl for the shop. Remember I made one for my niece in like the bright turquoise and black. I'm doing these two colors, which are actually turning out to be quite subtle with each other. It's the Tweed Imps and the Dovestone from Fiber Spates. And I got, last week. I think I showed this off to y'all and it hasn't gotten much further, but
you got just like, I remember seeing it just to the eyelets.
I have to hold it up.
You have more, a little.
I have to hold it upside down to kind of show it off so it won't pucker. But that's how the eyelets are done in the gray and the Tweed Imps. It's going to be very subtle, but I think it's going to be gorgeous. Hopefully I did so much with my therapy shawl. There's not a whole lot of progress on that one. I can't remember if I was this far with the Stephen West. Like I want to do the Stephen West so people are inspired to start their own and we'll make you kits. But here I'm almost done with my second triangle on the center of my Quadrangle Spires. That's the name of it. And two different colors as the contrast in there.
It looks so cool.
It looks really neat. Like I didn't think the red was going to be in this and it's the majority of it.
She was so worried that the red wouldn't be in it.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up from here and build one this way. That's going to be these colors. And then I'm going to pick up and go this way with a third color, and then I can start doing the sides. So, yeah, that pretty. We have a kit with these colors. Oh, and that reminds me, one more thing to show you, and it's almost time to open, and we have to talk about other stuff real fast. I want to show you the progress I made on the other kit in the shop that we're out of because someone bought it over the weekend. But, you know, get your pre-orders in if you really want my colors. Contact the shop and we'll have Emerald dye some. My Stonecatcher. There we go. So y'all remember the center, right? I have gotten, you want to hold that little edge up? There we go. I'm getting further on the side. See, we've got the mosaic color change here. So lace, mosaic, lace, mosaic. Now I'm doing the lace with the Daydream Dyeworks next. What I think is really cool about this that I didn't notice on her pictures that I'm noticing as I do this is the mosaic is like, it looks like little diamonds. And if you look up in the center here, when these two colors up here did it, the peach Bellini was the background and the diamonds were in the sea glass. Yeah. And down here in the transition, the sea glass is the background and the peach Bellini is doing the diamond. So the diamond work here is opposite of the diamond work up here. Same thing here. The diamond work here is opposite. It's curling, so it's hard to see, of the diamond work here. So it plays with the colors really, really well. It's really fun. I can't wait to see it blocked. Oh my gosh, it's going to get huge. Not huge, not as huge as the Wellerman, but it's going to be beautiful and wonderful when it's blocked. So I had to bring you up to speed on that. Any of these projects, if you want to see them in more detail or have us talk more about them, put your suggestions in the comments, contact us so we know what we can circle back to on Thursday if need be. If you have ideas for other things we could do, because y'all seem to really like the shop tour, if you want to see part of the shop more in depth, let us know. We'll see what we can do. I don't know. We will take everything under advisement. We love to hear from y'all. So before we talk anniversary, that segues to the whole like, subscribe, ding the bell, right? You all say, that fun stuff. Yeah. Go to patreon.com/sundragon if you'd like to support us financially with as little as $3 a month. I always have to get that plug in. But subscribing here on YouTube is free and it helps us help you help us. And if we get to 600, which, you know, we'll have a sale. It'll take us a while. But if everyone watching right now who's not subscribes, we could have a sale. We could have a sale. So we could make August like April with all the sales going all the time. Sales. So yeah, to wrap up really quickly, although, you know, it's so dark and gloomy out, I'm hoping we won't have people banging down the door at 10, but I could be wrong. August, it's August 2nd. Woo! August is, I call it the anniversary month. August equals anniversary because it's the first full month of business I had back in 2017. I would say but I wasn't. She wasn't working here yet. We got her working here in January of 2018. So I waited until I was like, let's just start the year fresh. Haha. So when we started having discussions of employment and things like that, because I was like, what? I can by October, I was here all the time. But yes, but the idea of having an employee, I was still getting used to the idea of having a business. So we'd just go and bring in the sign without asking. Because, yeah, people would just help out and not ask because I would say, no, I can do it all myself. So back on track. We could talk more about that another day. Yeah. Maybe Thursday. Because we should open the shop. So it's our anniversary month. We have been in business now because technically the first day I opened my doors was the very end of July. We're celebrating 4 years in business, which is fantastic. Yay. I thought I'd make it here, but then COVID hit and I was like, what? But we're still here. Woo! So, so here's what Liz and I kind of brainstormed and pinged off each other and then I narrowed down. In general, here's what we're doing for our anniversary. I'm trying to build a whole bunch of things off of a multiple of 4. So for 4 of your purchases, if they're big enough this month, you will earn extra stamps. And here's how it works. is for every $40. Usually you get a stamp for every $10, a reward stamp for every $10 before tax. And so like $35 would earn you 3 stamps. And for every $40 you spend, you'll get an extra stamp. So if you spend $45 with us, you'll get 5 stamps instead of the regular 4. If for something in the 50s, you'll get 6 stamps, 1 more extra stamp. If you go over the $80 threshold, every 40, you'll get an extra stamp. So $80 could earn you 10 stamps. And remember how the stamps work is when you fill one of our rewards cards, which is 24 stamps, you get $25 shop credit. So, and there's a whole lot of numbers and math and things that work and things that don't here. So that will happen 4 times. So if you decide you're going to buy us out of house and home, thank you very much. But you only get the extra stamps on 4 of your purchases that are large enough. So what I say is plan ahead and buy big early in the month.
Shop early, shop often.
Shop early, shop often. And the other caveat we have on it, which doesn't really matter for online shopping, I think it's coming back, which is good. For online shopping, doesn't really matter. But if you come into the shop, you have to pick, do I want to use rewards on my purchase or do I want the extra stamps? Can't use them both on a purchase. You can't get double rewards and things like that. We probably have to go because we should open. Yep. But we also, if you spend over $160, multiple of 4,
we'll throw in a shop.
We'll throw in a shop pin. You pick Dragon or Viking. And if you don't pick, we'll just throw in a random shop pin. There's more. We might be having flash sales, but we haven't decided yet. And they will be spontaneous and announced either here or on social media or both. Again, we haven't decided. Just like we haven't decided what we're doing for the VSC tomorrow. And we have to go. So we're not going to run through the whole schedule right now. But most of you who are regulars know the schedule. And we can talk more about it on Wednesday and Thursday. So we love you. We miss you. I'm going to see how long I can wear all these layers. Bye. 5 minutes. Well, that was the Wellerman. It's much heavier. We have to go see friends of Liz's and stuff. So bye. Join us tomorrow or come to the shop and wear a mask. Yay. Bye.